For those of you all who do not know me, my name is Radiance Harris, and I'm the founder and managing attorney of Radiance IP Law. Just this morning, I was reading a USA Today article about the two new Black-owned startups that developed in response to the Twitter hashtag Airbnbwhileblack. A number of people have come to the surface revealing alleged racial discrimination while trying to book through Airbnb. So these two startups developed in response to that. The interesting point about these two startups is that essentially they have the identical name and they're offering identical services. I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to explore trademark law and to look at the implications of having two identical businesses with the same name and identical services in the marketplace. In case you're wondering what a trademark is a word, a phrase, a design or symbol, or a combination of those things which distinguishes your products or services from those of a competitor. Essentially, a trademark can be your business name, your slogan, or your logo. The purpose of a trademark is to help consumers find you and to allow them to make quick, confident, and safe purchasing decisions. Of course, where you have two businesses with identical or similar names being used in connection with similar or identical products or services, it raises potential trademark infringement concerns. The standard for trademark infringement is the likelihood of confusion standard. This standard looks at whether consumers are likely to be confused between two businesses in the same or related fields. While there are a number of factors looked into when doing the likelihood of confusion assessment, typically the similarities between the marks and the similarities between the goods and services are the most important. On the one hand, you've got Noir B&B, which is spelled Noir B&B, which offers temporary lodging services for Black people. On the other hand, you've got Noire, Noire B&B, offering temporary lodging accommodations for Black people. Are you confused yet? As you may or may not know, Noir is the French word for Black. So essentially, two unrelated businesses are using the identical word, identical mark, in connection with identical services. Now, while it seems that these two businesses are pretty cordial, at least on Twitter, trademark law is about preventing unfair competition and protecting consumers. Where you have two businesses with the identical name offering identical services, it makes it a little bit difficult for consumers to make a decision about whether they want to go with your business or your competitors. As I mentioned before, the standard for trademark infringement is likelihood of confusion. So actual confusion is not required. I'm very curious to see how this all plays out. Essentially, whichever is the most senior user has the upper hand, so they can determine whether they want to enforce their rights against the junior user, whether they decide to merge with the junior user, or maybe they might agree to some sort of coexistence agreement. In addition to everything I just explained, I think this is the perfect example of why it is so crucial to choose a unique and distinctive name for your business. After all, you do want to make it easy for consumers to find you and to be able to identify your products and services and not confuse yours with those of a competitor's. This is also a perfect example of why it is so important to have a comprehensive trademark search done at the outset, so right before you launch your business. It is way better to invest now than to invest a lot more money later, having to rebrand everything, change your website, your advertising and marketing materials, everything. That is a huge financial overhaul that can be simply avoided by taking very important, crucial steps at the very beginning of your business launch.